The Big Show with Glenn and Angel on Kiss 92.
Good morning.
Sometimes getting out of bed in the morning is a lot to deal with all at once.
Correct. I know it's very hard to wake up at this time of the morning. And I know for a fact that, look, it's Jerry's segment here today, but then she has brought in a very beautiful lady by the name of Priscilla Khong, who's the Executive Director of Gateway Arts. Good morning, Priscilla.
Good morning, Glenn, and thank you everyone for having me on air.
So exciting, isn't it?
Hi, Jerry.
Usually he gives you the big welcome, right?
Yeah,
but if you
no.
come with someone else, then they
Because
get
I was
the
just
limelight.
asking Priscilla, like, have we met? You look so familiar. Have we gone out before?
I wish we had, but actually I think you're the familiar one. You're the familiar face to everyone.
No, but
He
you
was
really
just-
do
yeah.
look familiar.
He
Anyway.
was looking for that.
Welcome. Welcome, ladies.
Good morning.
Good
Maybe
morning.
Dr. Jerry, you want to introduce why today's session and why you brought Priscilla in with you?
because I love to let people know about, some of the ideas that I have, right? Some of the thoughts that I have. And, a lot of people just think that psychology is so boring. It's just psychology. But, when we combine it with many different other partners, especially the arts, and many people know I love the arts. Such a lit student, and I couldn't continue studying lit. But theatre is one area that really, really, really is quite exciting for me. So when I watch theatre, there's so many things that are going through my head, and what better way than to bring in someone that knows about theatre. And the theme of the current production is suicide, and this month is Suicide Awareness Month.
Oh, right.
Next
Okay.
week, 10 September, is World Suicide Awareness Day.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why we're talking about it today.
It's so heavy.
No. Priscilla's gonna
like-
make it light.
Priscilla, it's like,
I'm going to make it light.
the moment
Yeah,
I
gonna
hear
make it light.
like suicide, I'm like, oh.
Let's
this
not
is
talk
like-
about it at 8 a.m. in the morning.
It's like
right?
then I
course.
cannot be funny anymore.
Okay. Well, see, I think Geraldine was very kind to bring me in because we are actually staging a play called Third Man Syndrome. Third Man Syndrome is, yes, it's a play about suicide, but it's more of like a bromance rom-com type of show. It's really talking about the friendship between guys and all the unspoken words that's between the silences of our conversation. Sometimes if I go, hey, you okay? And then you look at me and you have that pause, but you want to say something else. You say, yeah, fine, let's get a drink. Right? But actually, we don't hear sometimes the struggles or the concerns and the underlying concerns.
These are the macho men who don't want to express themselves or tell their friends how they really feel.
Well, let's find out from you. How do you tell your friends how you really
Oh
feel?
my God, let me just tell you,
Oh my
I'm like
gosh.
out there.
He said,
you're
oh,
out
Like,
there.
like when I divorced, the first month or two, I told everyone I'm heartbroken right now. Even when we went to play golf, so we were in the car on the way to the golf course, I'm like, guys, I'm sorry, man, but I don't feel. I feel quite sad right now.
Wow,
so
that's
I'm
amazing.
I'm like I'm an amazing guy.
Okay, that was not where I was going.
he is what we call an oversharer. So
yeah,
with
correct.
any
I'm an
emotion, he's
oversharer.
an oversharer.
Correct.
Yeah.
So anytime I need to talk to someone here, I don't talk to my friends. I go to Jerry. I've got one of her psychologists that
On standby.
Yeah,
on
on
standby. I rather go to a professional rather than my friends who will probably talk nonsense and be on my side. So I don't want anyone like neutral. I want like a professional to help me.
Well, that's really amazing. So that's actually what we want to do with our show. So I'm from Gateway Arts. We're a non-profit theatre company. And what we want to do is that we use our shows to discuss different mental health issues that faced by children, youth and young adults. We're all young adults, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. So the topics ranges from the different productions. Sometimes we're talking about anxiety, sometimes we're talking about depression. But what we want to do is that we want to make sure these shows are all entertaining and that they connect to the heart. So when you come here, what we hope to do is that to form connections with the audience. And what they take away is that actually they're not alone. So we've been playing like 4 shows already. And out of that, I've got like more than 150 people stay back for the post-show discussion. And we were very lucky to have Dr.
Wait,
Geraldine.
we will talk about post-show discussion later on, but I actually want to look at the Gateway Art space. And the space itself, we always talk about safe space, and I've never walked into a theatre feeling so safe before.
Like it's a bomb shelter. Okay, let's continue to talk about this on the Big Show TV. Maroon 5 featuring Lisa is next. This is Priceless on Kiss 92.
Yeah,
safe
like
space,
it's no,
not-
but how exactly does it feel
Okay,
safe? though?
not quite bomb shelter, but and you'll be bombarded with a lot of themes and emotions, but they hold that space for us. So it's not only the productions that they have, the shows that they have. I think we also partnered earlier in the year for the Young and for a Journey of Time, where the seniors came together and they had that space to express themselves on the catwalk, to sing, to play the ukulele, and really just be in their element without judgment. So much so that one of the seniors actually say, I think I'm going to try to get out of my wheelchair today to walk that catwalk. And she did with support of two other people. Yeah, her helper as well as one of my team, Boyen. And she walked the entire catwalk. No judgment, slowly. And that's what the space is.
No judgment
Safe.
and no pastor there as well.
I don't know what
She
to do with that
walked.
comment, but
One of those moments, yes.
Yeah, but okay. So we talk about that space. Then we talk about that whole theater, the drama, right? And the themes that she touched on. No holds barred. I tell you, you should go and watch one of those shows.
I just my question is, how do you make light of a situation? Okay, depression and all that. Okay, it's something that's been touched on quite a lot. But when you talk about something like suicide, how do you make it entertaining?
okay.
Because that's what you said, right? I mean, that's what you aim to entertain through the messages and have people walk away knowing that they're not alone and there is help out there and all that. But with suicide, I just find it very hard to comprehend how something like that could be entertaining.
Well, that's because we're just looking at it as suicide. In life, there's so much more. It's multifaceted. And what we're looking at is the friendship that goes around, what makes a person tick. And in this case, in this story, it was actually, it's more like a bromance between two guys. Their friendship, the highs and lows in life, the nonsense that they went through. And we talk from that point of view. And actually, we're trying to explore what is the one reason that keeps us going. Sometimes it can be as simple as... in the show, the message is really, the one simple reason is that it's a friend. A friend, and the moments that we that we enjoy together and have fun together is the thing that propels us to the next day and to the next day. And I think that's what the show captures.
To keep you going.
To keep
and
us
to
going.
Keep you living, yeah.
Is that what is that one hope?
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to be very serious. Like somebody shared that her patient's one hope was actually a pair of tickets to a K-pop concert, and those are actually important. They are important things to people, and I think that's what the message is about. And then, of course, the suicide is that, yes, it happened, but beyond that, how do we deal with it? And sometimes these are conversations that it's hard to talk to, like it's hard for me to talk to you about it, but for us to watch about it and to from there reflect about it, it's a much easier approach for people.
Okay.
Yeah, so it kind of covers everything. It's like what leads up to whatever's going to happen, and after the tragic situation, how do you then deal with that as well? That's what you're saying, right?
And it really talks a lot about the grief, and the guilt.
Right.
And actually, a lot of people, we face a lot of guilt. Whether it's if we lost somebody to suicide or if we are personally going through something difficult. I'm not sure about you, but you went through a divorce. I went through something very difficult as well. And when I went through depression, the one thing that really hindered me was my personal guilt for actually feeling this way. And a lot of times we don't know how to step out of it unless when we see it in somebody else, when we have a mirror, we can then relate and then hopefully be at the right place that somebody can talk to us about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so very difficult topics, right? And we look at narrative therapy. So in psychology, we have narrative therapy. So sometimes narrative therapy, we go to a professional to do it, but sometimes we are a bit afraid to step forward. Just like, you would step forward, but someone else might not.
Yeah.
So the work is done by the script writers for us, to help us. And there are 4 components I mentioned, in other sessions before. So there's externalizing. That means I project it outwards and have that third person point of view. Right? And then I deconstruct, I analyze what is going on before I rewrite my story and look for a different alternative, a different route. So this is what is done in that whole narrative therapy process, but it is very difficult. So sometimes that space that the shows hold for us, or the script writers have done for us, helps us to do that and kickstart.
Yeah.
So it provokes a lot of thought and a lot of reflections. I don't know, you're nodding, Priscilla, so you're affirming. So nice.
Yes, Dr. Geraldine.
Dr. Geraldine Dr. Jerry is making sense for the first time, is it?
She's always making sense.
Okay, going back on.
No, actually, I just wanted to say that.
1 second. Do it on air.
Yeah.
Okay.
For you, I guess you moved on really easily.
Kiss 92 traffic.
It's just a usual peak hour traffic that we are used to, but if you're around the Lorong 6 Toa Payoh area near Block 19, look out for those traffic lights because they ain't working. If you spot anything else, it's 8855-0920.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. We have Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room with us because it is Therapy Tuesday today, and she's brought in a friend. And her friend is the executive director of Gateway Arts, Priscilla Khong.
Hello, hello.
Good morning.
So glad to be
Good
on.
morning.
We were talking about that just now,
We want
yes.
to pick up from narrative work. Okay, narrative work, the 4 different areas: externalizing, deconstructing, trying to make sense of things, reauthoring, which is rewriting my story, and then, having that alternative or different outcomes. And I was saying that, sometimes it's difficult to go to a professional, but when we go to a show, the script writers have done it for us. And it provokes thought. It helps us to think a little bit deeper, dig out some of the superficial, beyond that superficial emotions and thoughts, to try and create change. Yeah.
Now, Priscilla, just very quickly, once again, for people who are just joining us right now, the play is called Third Man Syndrome.
Yes.
And you are the producer and executive director.
Yes, of the executive director of Gateway Arts.
But are you also directing the play?
No, executive director and director are two very different things.
Right. Basically, you're the boss lah.
I try to be. I'm the person that they come to with problems. So
Okay.
that's me.
You're like a psychologist also.
Hopefully not. I might make a very terrible one. I will send them to Dr. Jerry.
So just in a nutshell, for the people who are just tuned in and perhaps maybe have only like 5 minutes before they reach the office, could you tell them once again what Third Man Syndrome is about?
So Third Man Syndrome is a play that talks about suicide, depression, but beyond that, we want to help people better understand themselves and deal with the grief and the loss and guilt that they might have if, let's say, they are struggling with something or they had lost someone to suicide. But this show, in fact, is not a heavy play. I promise you, it is like a rom-com / bromance. When you come, you will remember all the fun things that you had spoken and done when you were in your later teens life, and it will be something that will connect with you.
Yeah, because I told Priscilla that. I'm like, wow, suicide, that
So
sounds
heavy.
too heavy. I don't think I want to go for your play lah. Then after that, she said, oh, there's some humor in it. You'll be able to connect. I'm like, okay, now I'll go for your play lah. But
Okay, I'll see you there this weekend, okay?
Okay. Now, where can I get the tickets from?
So you can
I mean,
get-
I know you're gonna, you'll probably give me like tickets. But for the rest of the people who have to buy tickets or whatever, where can they get the tickets from?
Everyone can get their tickets from cystic.com.sg. If not, you can Google us at Gateway Arts to find out more. But for Glenn, we will definitely give him
Oh
tickets
my
to come
gosh,
to the
don't,
show.
don't fall for it.
Don't
Don't fall for it.
him.
Don't. Anyway, Third Man Syndrome is happening at
Gateway
Black
Theatre.
Box Gateway Theatre till the 7th of September, which is this Sunday. So if you want to get your tickets, once again, it's cystic.com.sg/events.
Yeah, let's all go together. How about that?
Post discussion. I'm moderating. Can I
Oh,
tell myself?
are you just moderating this Sunday or I think
Thursday, so Thursday,
Thursday night
and
show.
then Sunday. So yes, I see most of you. Okay.
So you get some extra for bang for your buck when you go on Thursday or Sunday.
Well, every day there's a post discussion.
Okay.
And that is what is special about her productions. They always have this post discussion. So Gateway Arts works with a lot of different partners. SOS, EMCC, Eagles
mediation and
counseling center.
center.
Yeah, so SOS, is
Therapy room.
Yeah, therapy room. So they collaborate with many different partners to ensure that safe space and that post discussion where it is so important to dialogue after. Because they're so, like you say, right? The themes are heavy, even though it is presented in a very light manner. The themes are heavy. It still evokes a lot of emotions. So the post I thought was really, really lovely because it helps everybody to debrief. It helps everybody to make sense of their emotions also.
Okay. All right. Let's continue to talk about this on the Big Show TV because we got a break for the news at like 8:30. If not, our news reader will come in. Hi, I'm Joshua Vong. So better stop talking now. It's 8:21.
Kiss 92 Time Check brought to you.
I just wanted to ask because I see that you have matinees happening on Saturday and Sunday. So
Yes.
is this for the younger group of people as well? Like, what is the age recommendation?
The age recommendation is 16 and above.
Okay.
But actually, we actually have people who come who are slightly younger, as long as they come with their parents, guardian, or somebody that actually can process with them.
Okay, so that's parental guidance
Yes.
for younger children.
Yes, so it's
okay.
like PG-16.
Okay, PG-16. All right.
So just now, I was wanting to follow up on a conversation that you brought up, Dr. Geraldine, was actually theatre is amazing because we create an environment that everyone can have a shared experience. And when you connect with the play, the work that is being spoken of, actually, okay, sidetrack. We had like about 150 people give us surveys and responses. And I saw many people actually say, this show helped me connect with my depression and what I'm going through. And because of that, I feel like I'm not alone. And this was not like a one-off comment. There were many similar comments. And actually at the post-show dialogue, we had people who talked through about, now I finally understand what my child is going through. I don't understand what my son is going through. Now I want to find out how I can get help for my mom. I want to find out what can I do about this. And I think that that's very important and that's why when we have this post-show discussion, it's for various groups of people. If you're not personally struggling, find out how you can support somebody else.
Yeah.
If you are struggling, maybe find a handle for yourself or find an aspect that connects. I think what we want to do is really make help seeking as easy as possible for people, and that's why we put the post show directly after the show so that,
You don't lose that emotion,
yeah,
right?
Or like what do you do about it?
Yeah.
When we say that we want to bring conversations beyond the theatre, it's really about this. It's like it's the show, the post-show dialogue, the different workshops we have, the different free counseling sessions we have, and so we want to package it all so that we give our full array to people in need.
Yeah, I like the post dialogue because
Yeah.
a lot of people come out of a movie theater even feeling a lot of feelings.
Correct.
But once you get home, you're just kind of like, it's gone.
Which
Yeah.
is
You know?
one thing I really enjoy about her show. So this is not the first show that I've been to. I've been to Every Brilliant Thing, which was also very, very powerful. And the nature of it. So, if I go backwards a little bit, it's very immersive throughout the whole thing. It's very immersive. I think Every Brilliant Thing, there was a lot of engagement with the audience also. And in psychology, we have something called drama therapy. So drama therapy uses all the drama techniques to try and elicit different emotions to help the person be unstuck. To work through all their issues, their trauma especially, and suicide is a traumatic experience for anybody, for all the different emotions,
Yeah.
experiences rather. So, if I just go through some of the core processes of drama therapy, you'll be able to identify actually.
Who?
The
As in Priscilla.
Priscilla will
Now you're
be-
testing her. Is it?
No,
Usually
no.
you'll come in here, she will test us all. Today, okay, you are in the hot
Oh,
seat.
so I have the hot seat. Okay, let's go.
nine different processes, dramatic projection,
Okay.
that playing, the roles that they are in, the empathy and that distancing, so how close you are, how far away you are, what you embody, the embodiment, active witnessing. So that immersive experience allows that audience to actually do that active witnessing, not in a therapeutic setting. So I thought it was very nice. That's why I was very excited about all her shows, you know.
I totally get it as you're saying that. It's basically
Yeah.
the connection you have either with the protagonist, Erwin, or with his best friend, Albert, you know. And it's like, you, if you are like struggling like Erwin, you feel it from his perspective. If you're a person who is supporting somebody else, you're the Albert in the show.
Correct. The
Erwin and
live
Albert.
drama connection.
You have a problem with Erwin and Albert
No, but I
already?
feel like I can picture Erwin's face and I can picture Albert's face.
Which is a good thing. That's
Okay.
what theatre and reading books is all about, right? You just
Yeah.
have that vision already of your own kind of creation,
Three
right?
more.
Okay.
The live drama connection. Okay, the transformation. I think where you brought us through the show where there's this transformation, and everybody goes, you know, and that moment it does that. And the last one, the triangular relationship, and that's the Catman drama triangle.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, just nice. 10 seconds.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the BKE towards the PIE before the SLE, avoid lane 1. An accident has been spotted. And remember those traffic lights at Lorong 6 Toa Payoh near Block 19. Those are not working. Wherever you are, stay safe.
Welcome back to The Big Show on The Big Show TV. We have a couple of ladies on the show today. Dr. Geraldine Tan, of course, from the therapy room. And we also have the Executive Director of Gateway Arts, Priscilla Khong, today, sharing with us a play that's going on right now called Third Man Syndrome.
That's right. And I just wanted to say, you know, Glenn is in a really happy place today because
Yes,
he's surrounded
I
by
was-
6 women.
Yeah, I was gonna say
See,
that.
that's the thing. That's my purpose in life. I just want to be surrounded by women.
And be happy.
In the past, I couldn't, you know. Now I can. I feel like I'm so happy.
Yeah, you
Like
look,
all my life, I should have just done this.
you look like you're at peace.
I am.
You know?
what
Yeah.
I mean?
Six
She will know.
women in the room
If I'm
today.
at peace, I'm at peace. If I'm not at peace, all my girls will know that I'm not.
When he's at peace, he's not quite as irritating. So that's how you can tell.
Oh, hence today he's so nice.
There, see? You see it as
So I
well.
think in life, you know, we're talking about, you know, how some people feel sad these days and all that. I think one of the reasons why they feel sad is because everything is so routine.
Yeah.
You know, and so, you know, especially the ones in relationships or they're married and they go home and it's the same thing every single day. And maybe they have, you know, boundaries set for many, many years. Also, they're not really enjoying themselves and there's no purpose. And that's the reason why, you know, I think a lot of people feel sad. Or they could feel sad for various other reasons. But I do feel like I think this play is very important because Priscilla was mentioning something about, like, you know, some people who are depressed or whatever. But depression is a medical thing, right? It's a medical term.
It is
So
a
I think many
medical
people are just feeling sad, I think. Maybe they're not
Clinically
depressed. They're not
depressed.
clinically
They don't have a
depressed.
disorder.
Just feeling sad. So maybe
Yeah.
by watching Third Man Syndrome, you know, they can possibly clear things after the post discussion.
Yeah.
Well, I actually find that most people, we are not very in touch with our emotions. You know, like there was a study done by Brene Brown that usually out of 7,000 people, only a third can actually fully understand the range of emotions. The rest of us can only identify happy, sad, mad. You know, and I think it's about understanding ourselves. I hope that when people come to the theatre, while we watch it through a third person perspective, we actually get insight to ourselves and we get connected. Whether is it what do I feel and what am I taking away, or what is it about the play that actually is speaking to me? That I think that's very powerful. I think just now I need to take away Dr. Geraldine's like the
Triangle.
6 steps, the
Oh,
triangle.
The triangle, the Cartman drama triangle.
Yeah.
You know, and
We
I
can
hate
talk
to-
about it later.
Later,
Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's talk about it on the Big Show TV because Joshua Vong is waiting for his next news update right here on Kiss 92.
The Big Show with Glenn and Angel.
Like Priscilla, you were talking about this study of 7,000 people and a third
Can only fully
can
understand
their range of emotions and all that, right? But more so in Asia, we hold on to all our emotions and we don't know what's happening inside. I feel like happy and sad and angry, like you said, are the only 3 we ever will know for the rest of our lives.
Yeah,
You know?
and the easiest word that most people will say is that if you ask them how you feeling, it's tired, because tired is a very easy word to describe everything, a whole range of things.
And that's not even an emotion, is it? Is it?
No.
Can you? No, it's more physical,
it's
isn't it?
physiological. And I think what is nice about the show this time is about two guys, and we know that the numbers in Singapore have, we've reported that 2/3 of all the suicides are males.
Really?
More men than female because
Oh, I
they
didn't
can't
know
deal
that.
with their emotions.
They're more fatal.
Yeah, last year we had 314 suicides, death by suicides, and out of that, 64% are male.
Why is that, Dr. Jerry? Is it because they don't know how to deal with their emotions as well as
They're
women?
not as expressive, but that's only one. When the men sets their mind to do something, they ensure they complete it.
How many of them are married?
Oh, no.
No, I mean,
But
that's
it's
a
a good-
serious
it's a
question.
good
It's a serious
statistic to
question.
have,
Serious
yeah.
question.
Yes, it is.
Quite a number?
Well,
Do we
actually,
have-
I don't have that
don't
statistic,
have.
but actually, out of the 64% of males that completed suicide, most of them were in their teens. That means
Oh, okay.
under 30 years old. That's why I feel like this play is very important. I have a 22-year-old son, and my son said to me when he was about 18, I hate emotions. I just want to push them away or put them aside. And I realized that that's because he doesn't know how to articulate what he is going through. And that becomes a problem if our next generation or even all of us can't tell our friend or can't be able to speak up what we are feeling.
Yeah.
I think I admire Glenn for that, because it's not something
It's
very
not,
easy
yeah,
to
no, it's
to
not
do.
easy. Yeah, I mean,
But I've always been like that ever since I was a kid.
Well, that good for you.
Yeah. Anything that I go to papa or mommy, but I need to tell them how I'm feeling. You know what I mean?
is this something that is the child is born with? Just being able to be
okay.
open, or is this something that can be nurtured by the parents and the environment?
Nature versus
Yeah,
nature,
nurture.
right?
Which
Where
is
there
it?
is a personality. So you're right. Some personalities are more open, but where our society is, we're moving towards being more expressive. But actually, it's not just for the males. It's also for the females, that the whole Asian community is a little bit quieter in terms of expression of emotions, because it's not right. You just need to suck it up. You just need to continue. You just need to put in effort. Don't be lazy. Don't gripe about it and continue. So it's more that Asian culture. So that's a contributing factor. It's not the only factor, but a contributing factor. Yeah. So having the ability or having that space, having that window of opportunity to talk about it becomes important.
But I just want to say also that although I'm giving you this impression of me right now, I mean, I'm very expressive, I'm open, but I'm not sensitive. No, that's the thing. I don't know why this is the case. I should be sensitive as a result of that, right? But
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, he's not.
I am not sensitive. I am quite ruthless when it comes to things
Other
like that.
people's emotions.
Yeah.
I feel like he's very good with expressing his own emotions, but when it comes to picking up how someone else is feeling, or like making sure that he handles it with like gentle gloves on, maybe not so much.
Actually,
what I
I
mean?
think
Yeah.
both sides can be something that can be learned. Whether it's about being more expressive. So what we usually do in our different shows, post-show dialogue, what we want to do is that teach young people a language to be able to express themselves. So whether it's that give them a different type of vocab, give them that safety that they can speak up, that will help teach them ways or handles that they can speak up. I think that's very important. But on the flip side, I think we can also learn as a society to listen empathetically. I also am like you. I don't think I'm naturally an empathetic listener. However, for me, because I think it's an important trait. Especially maybe because I'm a mom, right? You want to be there for your kids. So you try to go over and beyond in terms of developing your listening skills and learning not to judge while you listen. And I think that that's something that, for example, go for the Be a Samaritan workshop, because that teaches us how to empathetically listen to a person in need. And when we do that, I realize that actually there's skills that we can pick up, And when I put it in practice, even just with my colleagues and friends, it helps me become a better person.
And why wouldn't we want that? You were talking about changing the vocabulary or helping people who can't emote properly with their vocabulary in the post-show dialogue. Can you give an example of like what you would say to someone? Or what would you?
It's not specifically for this show.
Okay, for any show.
This show with Third Man Syndrome, because it's really for adults, it's more like open panel conversations, and we do give like skill sets and tips on what they can do. But for our younger shows, what we do is that we give them a wheel of emotions. We give them things that they can describe, and we ask them to actually practice describing themselves. Yeah, so for our next show, which is called Brainstorm, which is more like about about teens and how we want to help teens be able to understand how their brain works. We want families to understand how their young kids think like. We're going to be getting kids to use a tool to describe themselves. We're going to get parents to actually work on saying something that they never wanted to say to their kids, or have never said out loud to their kids, to say it to them via text and push it on the screen. We want to bridge communication, and I think that's something very important in society these days.
Wow, sounds like you guys are doing some wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
it really is,
exciting,
because
right?
communication is so important.
Someone's busy script writing, that's for sure.
We have a great team. Please come and see our show, and you can find out what we do.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I was talking about the triangle, right? So the Cartman triangle, there's a persecutor, there's a victim, and then there's a rescuer. So these are the three areas. So you might place yourself in one of these areas, or you might push someone in one of the roles. I think that post-show dialogue or the activities that you are getting them, the parents and the children to do, allows the first start to shift yourself away to the winner's triangle. Yeah, so a lot more assertiveness, a lot more empowerment. Yeah, and that already starts that change.
Okay, let's go back on air. Doja Cat with Jealous Type right here on Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. Doja Cat, of course, I hear coming to Singapore.
Yeah.
So exciting. All right, we are with Dr. Geraldine Tan as well as Priscilla Khong, Executive Director of Gateway Arts. I do believe you've been there as Executive Director since 2018, is it?
Yes. I've been there for a while.
All right. So what are some of the challenges you face at Gateway Arts?
Challenges. Well, the main thing is about getting people to know what we do, coming to see our show, and not thinking that it's a very heavy play without coming to see it. I think that's one thing. And just like with any company, I think the main thing is that in this generation, we want to ensure that everybody is mentally doing well while working on such difficult and heavy subjects. Yeah.
Okay, so this is happening at Gateway Theatre Black Box at 3615 Jalan Bukit Merah. It's happening until this Sunday, right? And there are matinee shows on Saturday and Sunday at 3 p.m., but the rest of the shows are 8 o'clock. If you want to get your tickets between $25 and $45, you can go to sistik.com.sg and get your tickets. I think who would you say this is for?
This is for anyone and everyone, because if you know a person that's struggling, come and see the show. If you personally are struggling, come and see the show. If you want to just go for a good time to a show that has something of deep meaning, come and see the show. Because what we want to do is that we want to redefine conversations around mental wellness through the arts.
And people are not going to walk out feeling depressed and sad and heartbroken.
They're not going to do that
Okay.
because Gateway Arts ensure that they partner so many people. So on hand throughout the show, if anyone gets triggered, SOS, EMCC the counselors are on hand.
Wow.
And EMCC has committed to 30 free
30 free counselling sessions per night. So any ticket holder can redeem a free counselling session.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Wait,
That's
what is
amazing.
EMCC? Because TMCC is Tanah Merah Country Club.
EMCC.
EMCC is what? What's
Eagles
E?
Mediation and Counselling Centre.
Oh,
They
that's
are presenting
amazing.
partner.
Yes.
That's
yes.
incredible.
So it doesn't just stop at one show. And that's the amazing thing. It doesn't just stop there. it encourages you to go out and still continue the work with yourself or for someone else. So that's why I'm so
Well
excited.
done. You guys doing
Yeah.
some great stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
So
on
you-
top of that, we will have Dr. Geraldine with us
I was
as
about to say
well.
from Thursday to Sunday.
On Thursday.
Huh? Wait.
Do
Not do that.
You shouldn't have said that. Trick people sometimes.
On Thursday and Sunday,
Oh, yeah,
not
okay,
till.
you know me. That's my style.
very
right?
different.
It's like, if anything, hey, Glenn said one.
Yeah, Dr. Geraldine,
Okay.
she has just committed you to always be with us.
See what I mean? Sometimes I play dirty tactics.
Yeah, and I can reap the benefits.
Priscilla, you're supposed to be on my side. Why are you on his side?
But good job, Priscilla. I mean, tackling all the
Yes.
social issues and all that. Because I mean, if you're not going to do it, who's going to do it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for
Great
doing
work.
the very very good work. And Jerry will be there once again for Third Man Syndrome on Thursday as well as on Sunday.
Sunday.
Before we go, someone just asked me via text, what is the meaning of Third Man Syndrome?
Oh, wow. Okay. That's not a short answer, but
It's
third
okay.
man
We have
syn-
some time. Don't worry.
That's called putting me on the spot, right?
1 minute.
Third man syndrome.
No. Go ahead.
Actually, third man syndrome is a real syndrome. The scriptwriter, he wrote it because it's of a person when they are actually lost in the wilderness, and when they start talking to themselves, that is actually called third man syndrome. That whole thing. Google it. You will get a more profound answer than what I just said.
But I mean, not just lost in the forest. Does this happen with people every day?
You can get lost in your own thoughts. You're lost
Okay.
in your situation. So that was what happened to the lead in the show, where he got lost. Within
So
himself.
anyone talking to themselves has third man syndrome? or?
Everyone talking to themselves should go for Third Man Syndrome.
Okay, thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you very much, Priscilla.
Thank you so much.
And let me.
Yes, of
I mean,
course.
are we ending?
You always end off with a
yes,
quote.
Yes. Aristotle, we cannot argue with Aristotle. So Aristotle says the aim of art is not to represent the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance.
Very nice.
Well done. Well done. Thank you very much, Jerry, for bringing Priscilla in today.
Very happy to.
Thank you. I'm so glad that Dr. Jerry brought me in.
All right. And once again, Third Man Syndrome. Go catch it, okay? We'll see you on Sunday, actually. I think I'll be there. I think I'll be there.
Great. We will see you there.
Come.
He has to check his calendar.
I have to check my
first.
calendar, correct? But I think it should be okay. What time is it, by the way?
3 p.m. on
3
Sunday.
p.m.
3 p.m.
So
on
now
Sunday.
everybody's going to come because Glenn's coming as
I
well.
know, right?
Wow. Okay. All right. Lost Frequencies. They're next. Teaming up with Bastille. This is Head Down to Third Man Syndrome on Kiss 92.